Hey fish lovers, it's Chris from Fresh Fish Fanatics. We're going to talk about hamachi, Japanese pen-raised yellowtail. They catch them when they're small. They feed them this wonderful feed with little anchovy-like fish and black vinegar for months and months, and they grow to a certain size, and they harvest them, and then they send them over here so we can sell them to you down at our farmer's market stand, which is at 3350 South Harbor Boulevard on Sunday mornings from 10 to 2. So now that that pitch is done, we're going to cut some hamachi. And the big thing I want to get right here today is to not be afraid of anything like this. A lot of people make a big deal out of sushi, and of course there's great traditions. The Japanese have a wonderful culture of food that I totally admire, but at the same time, don't be intimidated. It's not that hard, especially something like this, which is basically a family style meal. So we're not making rolls or fancy stuff. This is just basically assembling the stuff. And let's get started. And I want to thank Lorayne for bringing this up. So, sharp knife, dry fish, you dry it with a terry towel. And you just cut it on the bias here like this. And then plate it. So, I'm sure I may be doing this incorrectly, but that's okay. It still tastes the same, and it's pretty good looking too. So cut your fish up, and you just put it on the plate. Try to get it thin, and that way everything can meld. The ponzu, the soy, and of course all this is to taste. Whatever you like is what you'll use. Jalapenos, fried onions, all kinds of things you can put on this to add flavor to it. But the hamachi itself is really delicious. It's got that wonderful fatty seafood flavor, and I just adore it. I always have for years, ever since I started eating sushi. So while I'm doing this, I'm going to tell you a little bit about our market. I'm a fisherman. We fish every day. I just got in just now from fishing halibut. And so we will have what I catch, and then we will have stuff from all over that we love, like hamachi, tuna. Basically, we have a lineup of tuna hamachi, scallops, my halibut, my white sea bass, black sea bass, our local yellowtail. And most of these things you can do this with, if as long as they're nice and fresh, which is what we pride ourselves on down there. We have a tent in the back where the health department has us cut so that we have the fish super fresh, and we cut it right before you get there. So it's great. Okay. For the sake of brevity, I am going to dress this now. So this is really simple. We just take some ponzu sauce, which is a soy and citrus. Okay, put it on there. A little bit of soy. Love that. Okay. And then we just garnish it with the green onions, feta. Now, if you like heat, you can put some jalapeno peppers on it, which is really good. So you can put those right here like this. And then you can add or subtract any of these things. I like some of this. This is furikake. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing it right, but it's a rice seasoning. It has nori. And the big thing with this seto version is the shaved bonita, which gives it a lot of flavor. I really love it. So you can take this and kind of dress it. It looks great when you put it on there. It gets colorful and looks nice. Okay. And that's it. You get your wasabi like you have at the sushi bar. You get a little rice right here. You get some toasted nori from Sam's, that's from Costco. This is toasted nori. This is like $11 for 10 packages this big. It's cheap. You take your fish and your jalapeno, and then I'm going to have my son, who's been working with me, just been great, come in here and get some too, because he's hungry.
I'm real hungry.
Load it up and go to town.
Delicious. Best fish in the ocean.
Please come see it.
We'd love to have you, definitely.
10 to 2 on Sundays. Go to our Facebook page. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's a big part. Thank you, guys.